Welcome to the Know. I'm Ashley Jenkins.
I'm John Reisinger.
Now, most of the time when a video game company gets hacked, it leads to user information being compromised or Twitter posts calling their own games mistakes.
Who did that?
Nobody. It's not very often that the perpetrators actually make off with millions of dollars, but as it turns out, that's exactly what happened to Electronic Arts.
Is this a heist?
Yes,
Did someone do a heist?
This is a Heist, the movie, the real-life adaptation.
Okay, so word broke this week of a rather juicy court case involving the FBI, EA, hackers double-crossing one another, Lamborghinis, and over $16 million worth of stolen FIFA microtransactions.
I'd watch that movie.
Those microtransactions, they add up a lot. That's a lot of money to take from microtransactions.
They just count on you not really paying attention to them.
Yeah.
Which is coincidentally how EA makes most of its money. See, it's all karma. Today, the hackers involved have been found guilty of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and now await sentencing for their crimes.
Oof, don't get caught. But let's start at the beginning.
It's a very good place to start.
It's a good song. Kotaku reported earlier this week about the start of a court case by the FBI against defendant Anthony Clark, whom the Bureau believes mined millions of dollars of EA's controversial FIFA coins back in late 2015.
It's just now making headlines because the FBI is, well, generally pretty secretive about that kind of stuff. That's how they roll, after all. And the indictment wasn't unsealed until just before the trial started, which was this week. And according to the indictment, getting rich off of FIFA coins is about as convoluted of a process as you'd expect.
But not quite as convoluted as the coins themselves. For those who don't know, FIFA coins are in-game currency used in FIFA's Ultimate Team mode. In that mode, you put together the Ultimate Soccer roster to battle other gamers online, but it's going to cost you either time or money to put it all together, and a lot of it. Games Radar did a study and determined that the best team possible has a real-world value of over £500 or around $620.
In Ultimate Team, players are acquired either through an eBay-type market and purchased via FIFA coins, or they can be nabbed at random through player card packs, which cost FIFA points. The thing is, you can't buy the coins directly. They're earned by playing the game. Now, what you can buy directly is the points, which can cost anywhere from 99 cents for $100 to $99 for 12,000.
So, what the more enterprising individuals have done is start selling their FIFA coins at a value that's better than what you'd get if you bought points in-game. There's a whole obsessive and active black market for this, which brings us back to hacker Anthony Clark and his co-defendants.
Now, according to the FBI, Clark and his buddies developed a tool that hit up EA's servers with records of thousands of false FIFA games, generating millions of FIFA coins in their online accounts as a result. After that, they sold those coins on the black market and pulled in somewhere in the neighborhood of $15 million to $18 million over the course of 2 years.
Good Lord. Yeah. That's a lot.
It's pretty crazy. Like, that's a lot of money. And the thing is, like, wouldn't you get really suspect if your kid is suddenly just, like, making it rain and he's buying one of those gold iPhones and just helicopters?
Wow. Okay, so when you break it down, the only thing they stole from EA was a bunch of fake money, and then they used it to make real money. It's the perfect crime.
Sort of, and they would have gotten away with it.
It's gonna be the next Ocean's 11 film.
However, another hacker ratted them out.
Oh.
Because unfortunately for Clark and the other hackers, they were loosely connected to another group, Xbox Underground, that was brought down by the US government back in 2014.
Oh yeah, you might actually remember that case. It was the one where a group of hackers busted into Microsoft and Valve to steal early builds of games like Gears of War 3 and Modern Warfare 3 a year before they were out. They also got busted for trying to hawk early fake Xbox One development kits.
One of the defendants from that case reportedly worked with the FBI to pin down Anthony Clark, telling them about Clark's scheme and how he'd helped them develop it. After that, the FBI swooped down on Clark and the other hackers, confiscating millions of dollars of cash and property, including a Lamborghini. So maybe he couldn't quite afford the helicopter, yet they were working on it and he had to settle for a Lamborghini. What teen owns a Lamborghini?
And how do you just like have that Lamborghini without an explanation?
Where were his parents?
Found it?
Yeah. Plus, I get there was more than $2 million in Clark's bank account.
Sure. Why was it in a bank account in his own name? Why would you have $2 million in your bank account?
He didn't watch enough heist movies.
Do the research, man.
As it turns out, all the evidence presented to the court was pretty convincing because it took a jury no time at all to serve up last night's verdict. The U.S. Justice Department released a statement overnight that Clark has been found guilty of conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Although, can it be really called conspiracy anymore if he did it?
While this week's trial was primarily about Clark, apparently the mastermind of all the shenanigans, and the other co-defendants separately pleaded guilty in earlier trials. At the moment, Clark's sentencing isn't scheduled until February 2017, where he faces punishment of up to 20 FIFAs in prison.
Now, considering the rise of games and publishers who are learning how to make a killing through in-game currency, that is really like kind of what Clark did. They're taking fake currency and giving it to you, and then taking your real currency in exchange.
Yeah.
They're like game publishers. This is becoming a very big deal. So it's no surprise we're starting to hear more about cases like this, especially one where the consumers sort of turn that around on them. Already this year, we've had all that controversy about CSGO gambling as well, with Valve finally pushing back against that game's black market once they got a little bit more attention from the federal government as well.
Yeah, FIFA in particular is extremely lucrative for EA thanks to the Ultimate Team mode. EA revealed back in spring that FIFA is responsible for half of all of its extra digital content sales, totaling around 1.3 billion per year. That means FIFA by itself pulls in $650 million in just microtransactions.
That kind of cheddar is always going to lead to ne'er-do-wells trying to take advantage of the system to get their just Lamborghinis. There was, if you'll recall, actually another court case involving the FIFA black market earlier this year when UK YouTuber Nepenthe was charged after promoting online gambling for FIFA coins.
We'll have to see if this and other developments lead to tighter regulations on the shady black market sites that seem to keep popping up around video game items, especially after the high-profile case of T. Martin and Pro Syndicate with CSGO Lotto. The government will only avoid that type of non-taxable money-making for so long, then they'll come and get what's theirs.
All the microtransaction taxes.
It's gonna be a whole new section at the IRS.
Yeah, so really, the moral of the story here is that it doesn't matter if you're the publisher or the gamer, microtransactions can make you a lot of money and screw you.
Hey, what do you guys think of EA getting hacked for tens of millions of dollars? Let us know in the comments.
And for future updates on hacker shenanigans from all around the web, like this video and subscribe to the know.
Shenanigans.
I mean, do they still count as shenanigans if they're worth 15 to 18 million dollars? Or is there like a word for beyond
It's shenanigans with a dollar sign for the S.
Hey! When UK YouTuber Nepenthe